Okay, so today I'm going to go over one of my friend's replays of League of Legends. It should be a lot of fun. My goal with this video is to help people improve at League. Especially, I want people to get better at the fundamentals. So the ideas I go over in this game should hopefully be applicable to any champion, any role, and I really think that these videos can help you get to Diamond. Past that, there's a lot of subtleties that you need to learn to get to, say, Masters or Challenger, but I think if you really grasp the fundamentals, I think you can get to Diamond. So that's kind of the goal of this series of videos I'm going to be doing. So let's get to the gameplay. And I'll just be watching this game, and if I see anything that I would do different, I'll talk about it. So I do mostly play bot lane. In this game it looks like he's going mid. Not really my specialty, but I should be able to mention, some of the fundamental mistakes that I see going on. Nice little animation. Let's try to skip to the laning phase. Okay. So no matter what lane you are, you want to always think about getting level 2 before your opponent if you can. So he's pushing, which is good. So he missed some CS there, and obviously that's not great, but that's not really the point of this video, is not to say, oh, you should have dodged that skill shot, oh, you should have hit that CS. My point is really to talk about decisions that are being made in game, because I think that's like the way that you can improve more quickly in League, is to not develop your mechanics further, but to develop your decision making further. So let's get back into it. So while we're laning here, and I don't have much to talk about, I will mention that, okay, that's a really good harass. I think for a lot of newer players, when they're laning, they focus too much on harassing the enemy champion and focus too little on CS. So your priority should always be, as a laner, to hit your CS. If you can do both, like here, okay, so let's talk about what this Katarina did wrong here. You want to always respect the wave. Cat is going to take way too much damage from creeps here. So my friend, this Lux, he's doing a really good job pushing the wave, and there's all of these creeps that are going to be helping him attack his opponent. So Cat really needs to back to tower since she let the wave get pushed on her this hard. Okay. So it looks like he's been doing pretty well so far in lane. Got a lot of damage off. Hasn't taken really any damage himself. So you want to always think about jungler. As I say that, Mumu shows up. So he has a ward here, and he doesn't have a ward in the bottom side of his lane. So ideally you want to play more to the side that you have warded, right? Because it's a lot safer. So if you have a choice between being on this side of the lane and the bottom side of the lane, you want to be more towards the side that's warded. Okay, so Mumu comes. You want to make sure that you're out of range of his bandage toss. So that's good. Elise says she's coming, so you can fight. Okay. So yeah, so Elise went a little bit too ham, which was not good. She got hit by a bunch of creeps there. But I think Lux played it pretty well. And I'll be focusing mostly on Lux's mistakes here. Okay, so now Katarina has double buff. Should make her really strong in lane. Let's see. Not too much to be said here. CSing a turret, pretty safe here. Really hard to get ganked when you're CSing at your turret, but you do end up missing some CS because the turret makes it a lot harder to CS. So that's kind of the trade-off of being very close to your turret during the laning phase. Also, your turret takes more damage. Okay, Cat takes a turret hit. But, okay, Lux is really low on mana here. Okay, uses a pot. Looks like Elise is ganking bot. So another thing of note is that you always want to be focusing on your mini-map. You should be checking your mini-map every second or two, no matter what position you're playing. You should always be aware of like how many people are in each lane from each team, because that's going to affect your decision making. If you know their jungler's top, for example, you can go in aggressively against your mid laner, for example. Okay, so Cat's really low here, so I would want to play aggressively here. Make it hard for her to CS. Oh wow, she went in. She might die here. She really should die here. Okay. So what should have happened here, when you have someone really low, you want to keep moving towards them and make it hard for them to get to their turret. So you want to keep auto-attacking, move forward, auto-attack, move forward. You can use your skills whenever they're up, but you want to keep following them because they don't have the option of fighting you back. If they come back towards you, they're going to pretty much die when they're this low. So you want to make sure all your movements are going forward in this situation. So here he's clicking back. You should be really clicking forward. Maybe he's thinking about a Mumu, but he still has his flash, and there's a pretty good chance a Mumu is not here, and it's just a free kill on Cat. Like, even if Cat flashes, you can flash after Cat, so definitely missed out on a free kill here. So the key idea here is you want to be very mindful of your movements, right? So Cat, she jumps in here. At this point, if I'm playing Lux, I just want to move straight towards Cat's turret. Every single movement I make, I want it to be straight towards Cat's turret. Okay. So Cat's forced back. So whenever you force your opponent back, you want to push the wave. So Lux should be trying to push the wave as fast as possible so that she can back. And then hopefully Katarina will lose some of the creeps. So he's pushing, got his ult. I would ult the wave here if he has enough mana. Okay, come back here. Okay, so here is not... Okay, so here's a mistake. You really don't want to back here, because what's happening is your wave is like almost to the turret but not quite. So the wave is going to slowly... The wave is basically going to kill all of these creeps, and you're going to miss out on all that CS. So whenever you're backing, you really want to push it to the turret. If you can't push it to the turret, you ideally want the wave to be like right about to hit your turret. Kind of like in the opposite side of where it is right now. So this is a really bad time to back. You know Katarina is still not back, and you could definitely push the wave in before she gets back. Okay. So he's going to lose out on a lot of CS there. Okay. I don't really know mid lane too well, so I'm not sure what he's supposed to buy, but can't really comment on that. Let's skip to when he gets back to lane. Okay, so waves at his turret. You want to, yep, signal missing, that's good. Every time your laner is missing, you want to let everyone know that they're missing. It's really important. Okay, so Cat went all in. Okay, so let's see what happened here. It looks like he didn't use his shield. So he used his Q, uses E. Yeah, he just doesn't use his shield here. So that would have helped. Maybe they changed Lux so she can't shield it whenever it's up, but I feel like he could have shielded there. Also probably took some unnecessary auto attacks, I'm guessing. So as soon as Cat comes in, you should try to move away from her, because you're ranged and she's melee. So you don't want to let her keep getting... I think she might have gotten like some auto attacks off there. But that's a very minor thing. And the exhaust is really late too, I guess. Should have exhausted right away. As soon as you see your ult, you should probably exhaust. But these are like mechanical things. Like you want to react a little bit better to this, but not a huge deal, honestly, in my opinion, for people looking to improve. These are mistakes that I wouldn't be too worried about. I'd be a lot more worried about mistakes like not knowing when to back, not knowing what items to buy, not knowing when to push a wave, not knowing when to play cautiously, not knowing when to go to dragon. I think these are the much more important things to learn if you want to get good. Okay, so signal missing, which is good. So Cat might be coming bot. Okay, Amumu's coming bot, so maybe they're all going bot. Okay, so here he's making the decision to go bot lane. This fight is... I think it's going to be over by the time he gets bot. Okay. These guys are low. So it's possible that his teammates kill them, actually, right? Amumu might die here. On the other hand, if Amumu gets off a good ult, his teammates might just die before he gets bot. Like, he's really far away from bot, and you want to think about what you're losing out on, right? So by running bot lane, he's going to miss out on all of this CS, which is really important. The CS is probably worth almost as much as a kill. Not only is he missing out on the CS, but he's leaving the wave, you know, not pushed. So if his opponent, if Cat goes somewhere else, she's not going to be missing the CS. Whereas if you push the wave to turret and Cat goes bot, Cat misses all that CS mid. So I would have liked... I think it's a much better play to push your wave out here. You're just too far from this action. I don't think you'll get there in time. Let's see what happens, though. Okay, gets a kill. I guess Lux does have really good range on her ult. Okay, so that play worked out. I guess I didn't consider the fact that Lux has a really long range, so she can actually help from farther away. Okay. But I do want to talk about what happens after the ult. Okay, so Lux is coming bot. Ults. Really good ult here. Oh, so the ult didn't even hit. Yeah, so didn't even get an assist here. But I guess did help kill Caitlyn. So it wasn't super useful, actually. It only hit Caitlyn, but Caitlyn should die right here. Okay, no. Caitlyn flashes, and I think she heals. So at this point, you need to go back to mid lane. Like, you're not going to chase down this Caitlyn. You are so far away from Caitlyn. Your ult's down. And if this Caitlyn were to get chased down somehow, it'd probably get killed by Vayne. Like, Vayne would go kill her. So this is something you really need to think about. Like, when someone gets out of range of you and you can't get them, it doesn't matter if they're low or not, you need to just back off. Chasing them is losing really valuable time here. So yeah, it should definitely be going back mid. And Katarina has been missing for a long time, so she could easily be down here. Okay. Okay, Katarina's mid. So a lot of wasted time there. Running back mid. Gotta be careful. Okay, Cat's going bot, so you want to tell your team to be careful. Yep. So Cat's pushing in. So their top is missing. It's right there. Okay. Elise looks like she wants to gank mid. Okay, so you want to kind of corral her. Oh, wow. Okay, her flash is down. Nice. She should die to red buff. Okay, so she's about to die to red buff. You don't want to flash in there, but I guess it's a judgment call. So maybe you thought that the red buff wasn't going to kill her. So she's at like basically a sliver of life and red buff just got applied. So you should know that she's going to die, but and your flash is like so valuable. So using up a flash here to get a kill is just really bad. And you don't even get the auto attack off. Okay. But that could just be like bad judgment, which is not something you should really worry about too much. Okay, really good. Again, you want to be very careful with your movements. You move backwards there when he's in a very, very vulnerable position. You don't want to use any clicks backwards. Alright, so this is good. Everything's good here. But now Jaina's coming in. As soon as Jaina's coming in, you know that there's a chance you could kill this guy. So you want to keep moving towards his turret. Which is good, you're doing that, but then you move back here. So most of the times when you're playing a ranged champion, you do want to like keep your range as far as possible. But in the situations where your opponent is at very low HP, you actually want to be closing the distance, even though you're a ranged character. So that's something to think about. Okay, pushing the wave. Smart. Cat's dead, so you definitely want to push the wave here. You can maybe even get some turret damage off. Okay. Mumu goes in. Okay, Elise did a really good job there. Except she died, but not bad. Okay, Poppy's here. Gotta get out. Your bot lane could track you down. Okay, I would not have turned around there. Maybe it'll work out though. Okay, you might be able to kill the Poppy. Good exhaust. So yeah, I think maybe your Q wasn't up, but here I think you need to keep running. Like going back this way, he's just gonna catch up to you. I would have kept running and tried to go down river, but I mean that wasn't a great option either. Okay, so let's skip back to when you get to lane. Back to lane. So Cat's missing, you want to let people know. and a lot of people are missing, so you want to be really careful. You always want to assume the worst, so you want to assume there's like 4 people in this bush right here, because there's 4 people on their team missing. Okay, so Kaylin's bot. Poppy's top, so there's 3 people missing. Okay, Mumu's top. Cat's mid. So it looks like a Mumu might be going for the blue buff. Or trying to gank mid. So you should be cognizant that there might be, yeah, Mumu's at blue, so there's a fight going on here. So you might want to help, but it's pretty hard to help. So it looked like a Mumu flashed over the wall, so he used up his flash. Okay, so there's a fight going on at blue. Vayne's coming to gank. It's a good gank. Okay, good kill. Again, your movements could have been a little bit better, but that's a mechanics thing. Okay, you want to be aware of this fight that's going on in your jungle. That guy's dead. Okay. Get harass. So it looks like your team wants to do dragon, so I would go help them get dragon, because the cat is dead. And Amumu was on the top side of the map, so you can probably do... No, okay. People are not going to dragon. Okay. Back mid. Kaylin's here. If you can land a Q on Kaylin, you could one-shot her probably, so it's something you want to think about when you're a mid laner, is you want to focus extra hard on trying to catch their AD carry, because they're really vulnerable to your damage. Okay. You could kill that Kaylin. Oh, missed. She flashed too, wow. Okay. Elise needs to back out. Good ward. So now you can watch them doing this. You can maybe kill that cat, yep. Nice. Okay. So yeah, so here you can do dragon. It might be a little bit dangerous. Mumu can ult you guys. Okay, he missed. Nice stun. Okay, Elise smited. And you want to get out of here right now, so this is not a good fight. I would try to get out of here. See how this goes. Looks like Jaina's fucked. Okay, really good binding. And you guys are out. So let me go back to that really quick. So I think there's probably some wasted time here. You want to think about whether you can win a fight or not. If you can't, you want to get out. So here, you guys get dragon, which is really good for your team. And they have 4 people here, and you guys are split. So you want to think about not only how many people are on each team or what their positions are. So if Vayne was like with you guys, it would be a lot better. But the fact that you guys are split off from each other makes you guys a lot weaker. And so just based on the fact that not only are you down 1 person here, but you're split up, I would not try to fight this at all. I would just get out. The dragon is gone. There's not really much to gain here. There's a creep wave mid. I would definitely get out of here. There's nothing left to do here. So what does end up happening? Vayne is all by herself, so she dies. And then you guys come in and almost die. Well, I guess Elise died. And Jaina almost died. She probably should have if the other team played correctly here. Really good binding, and she used her flash. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Your mid turret's probably gonna fall. Let's see if they get the mid turret. Swain's pushing top. Let's skip ahead. Okay, so they didn't get mid, so they definitely should have done that. Your opponents, they had you guys all low and forced you guys to back. They should have taken advantage of that time. Okay, nice. Okay, so I wouldn't have ulted there. If you're not going to kill her, you don't want to use your ult, probably. Although, that might not be true. Maybe it's worth getting the harass off. So now you know Cat's low, so you can try to pressure this mid turret. Okay, nice stun. He's dead. She's dead. I would focus on the turret here. Can put some damage on the second turret too, probably, since you killed 2 people. So anytime you get kills, you want to think about forcing turrets. So I would have definitely wanted to keep pushing, but your team backed off. You have a temporary 5v3, and I think your 80 carry had red buff too, so you're like pretty strong. Could have kept pushing, but if your team backs off, there's not much you can do. This Kaylin might be in a bad position. You should try to bind her if you can. Okay, be careful. Oh no. So you were out of position there a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal because you landed your stun. So let's talk about that. So they have 4 missing. So you walked up here, your team is back here, and they have 3 people. So if they were a little bit more attentive, they could have all jumped on you and instantly killed you. So you want to be really careful about things like that. It ended up working out, but definitely out of position there. Let's see. So it looks like Vayne is 1v1ing Poppy top. Poppy ulted. So I would not run top. That fight's over. There's nothing left to do there. Okay, get your blue buff. So at this point in the game, they're all missing. You want to be careful. You want to be hugging your top side because your team's up here and your wards are up here. So you want to be hugging this side of the lane. Okay, your team's fighting, which is not good. They shouldn't be fighting. Okay, you probably want to go help your team out here. It looks like a fight's about to break out. Okay. And be really careful here. Okay, so this is another instance of bad positioning, I think. So let's go back to that. So they're here, your team's here, so I would try to get to my team by like going around this way. I would want to go around, so not through the river, directly through the river, but a little bit more like towards your blue buff and then back to your team. So at this point, this pathing's fine. I think you could have made it to your team here, but you chose to back off, which is fine. But now, okay, so you're all by yourself, and there's a Mumu and Cat here. So you want to absolutely never be in range of Mumu's bandage, and you are in range of Mumu's bandage here. They could have a ward here. And even if they don't, they probably know you're in that bush because you walk there from lane. So this is really dangerous. The bandage doesn't end up landing, but it could have easily. Okay. So turret's really low. Looks like there's a fight breaking out that your team lost because Swain is bot. So your team should not be fighting because Swain's bot. Okay, everyone's dead. You can't really help here. And you probably can't defend this turret. Okay, so they're all chasing top. They're chasing this Elise top, so this is exactly what you don't want to be doing if you're the opposing team. Once you get kills, they've already gotten 2 kills, you want to force down turrets. So as a team, they should have started pushing down mid after they got 2 kills. These are the really, really important decisions. Even though they're so basic, they're the ones that'll really make a difference in your elo. Okay. So they chase them down. I don't think they can push top because there's no creep wave top. This guy wants to try to kill Cat. It's going to be hard. Okay. Okay, lands a stun. So you have about 2,000 gold here. You probably want to go back sometime soon. I don't think they're doing Baron, if that's what people are pinging about. Let's see. So he's backing now. Try to skip to when he gets back to lane. See if I missed anything. So your team's fighting again without a numbers advantage, which is really bad. You missed your bind there. These are the situations where it should be a lot easier to land your binding because you know exactly what's going to happen. Like the Mumu is going to bandage. The Mumu is going to run straight towards Jaina and try to bandage Jaina. So you want to throw your binding in the path that he's running straight towards Jaina. Yeah. Okay. Not a big deal, just a minor mechanics thing. You can try to ult this guy and kill her in one shot. Okay. Team died, so you pretty much have to back off here. There's not much to... I don't think you can really defend against their whole team. Okay, Mumu is getting aggressive, but he pretty much can. Okay, you can ult him here and kill him. Not bad, not bad. They're getting greedy. They still haven't killed that turret mid, looks like. Okay, they finally killed it. Dragon's up, so that's something to think about here. So if I had to say there was one major issue that I see that's kind of across the board, all the players in this game, is people are really, really chasing kills when there's no need. It's much more important to play the map here. You really want to focus on turrets, you want to focus on creeps, on dragons. These are the things that really matter. Champion kills are a way to get turrets, a way to get dragons, a way to get more creeps. That's the way it should be seen, not the other way around. Okay, so running back. Looks like the other team's doing dragon. Okay, just... Elise might die for that. You want to... Okay, you're in a bad spot here. You want to back out. So we'll see if there are any good team fights, actually, that I can commentate on. So far, there haven't been. Okay, good. So that was really good there. Amumu came in, and you made sure you were always out of range of his ult, so that's really important. Good ult. What do you want? Okay. So it looks like you guys are going to win this fight, which is great. Yep, you keep going. It might be hard to catch this. Oh, nice. Okay, now so your choice is to either push mid or get dragon. Dragon works. It's going to be hard to push mid. The creep wave's not really there. Okay, so let me see if I can skip ahead. Looks like he shopped. Got some items. Running back to lane. Okay. Cat's kind of playing with fire, but she's okay. Oh, okay. That was a really good play by Mumu. Okay, he survived. You could have maybe exhausted a Mumu there, but it's a minor thing. Good ult. You want to be pretty careful here. I would not chase after this cat. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so that's really bad for a bunch of reasons. Let's talk about that really quick. Okay, so you're low here, and you're a carry. So if anyone gets in range of you, they could even flash on you. You're just dead in one hit. So you want to be super careful. Like, you want to make it hard for them to get to you. Your teammates are doing just fine. They can get the kills themselves. You don't need to go in and help. Another reason why this is really bad is because Cat, unless they've changed her, resets all her abilities on kills. So everyone should be dead here. I don't know how everyone didn't die here. Everyone should be pretty much instantly dead. Okay. So when you're low on life, like, you don't have to fight. You can even just back. You don't want to give them kills, especially if they have champions that reset on kills. Okay, so your team won that team fight. Should get that turret. Probably can get the next turret too here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they're all dead. Should definitely get this next turret. So Elise should definitely be helping them kill the turret. That was a huge mistake by Elise, but it looks like still getting the turret. Can they get the inhib? Yeah, should get the inhib. So yeah, I want to get the inhib and back out. I want to back out. Oh no. If they're fighting, that's really bad. It looks like they got out. Okay, so inhibs are great, obviously. I feel like the first team to get inhib is probably like 80%, 90% to win, so super important. Should be really far ahead. But you probably want to back here. Swain and Vayne have not been able... Oh. Okay. Okay. I missed that too, so you probably were out of position there, but I didn't see them coming either. These guys are still fighting, so they should not be fighting. Like, there's nothing to gain here. As soon as they got the inhib, they should have backed and shopped. All the people you're fighting here, they've all been able to shop, and your Vayne and your Swain have not been able to shop because they came here straight from the inhib. And it looks like they're all going to die. So let's see what happens. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Okay. Now you guys are pushing bot. So Vayne's not here. Their whole team is... You want to definitely get out of here. Vayne and Jaina are not here. Okay. And they're not defending their base at all, which is not good for them. So this is a really good opportunity to do Baron. Like, this is a really great opportunity to tell your team, guys, let's go clear, put a pink ward in Baron, let's clear the vision, and let's do it. Because their base is getting pressured by super minions, and they're all, like, not focused on it at all. They're way on the opposite end of the map. Definitely a good time to tell your team to go do Baron. Which is, by the way, a great way to get elo, is to be able to know when to do Baron and when not to do Baron, and make those calls for your team. Okay, so you could keep pushing bot here. They're all mid, so you should be able to get this turret easily. Elise is not with you guys, so you want to be really careful here. That guy's dead. So it didn't matter that Elise wasn't here. You can probably get this turret too. Be careful of a Mumu ult. Nice. So that was really good. You avoided their Mumu ult. Elise is coming. And a Mumu ult is down. And Caitlyn's dead. And Poppy's dead. So she definitely get this inhib here. Okay. Got out of the cat ult. That was really good positioning that fight. So you did really, really well that fight. You knew your role, and you were always on the outskirts of the fight. So you missed out on the Mumu ult, and then when Cat came in, you were out of range of that. So I would say perfect, pretty much perfect positioning this fight. Okay, you can get this turret now. And that's really what you want to think about in team fights. I think probably the most important part of a team fight is your positioning. So as long as you're in the right place, and then if you're in the right place, you can basically only attack the closest target. So that's really the thing you want to be thinking about in terms of team fights, is where you're standing in the team fight. Okay, game should be over here. Could have exhausted this Kate, but I guess he didn't need it. And the game should be over here. Oh no. You still have exhaust up. Okay. Exhaust. Now you guys are all dead. Alright. I think the game's pretty much over here. Do you guys go to Baron? Okay. Let's see what happens here. So your role as a mage like Lux, when your team wants to do Baron, usually you don't really have good consistent damage. You can't just sit there and auto attack it like an AD carry would. So usually you want to be like chilling in this bush here or over here, so that when they come check, you can blow them up. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if you guys end up actually trying to do Baron, but that's usually what you want to do as a mage. Okay, really good damage here. Cat comes in. And the game should be over here. Okay, so that was my first video. Hopefully it was helpful. I should be getting better at these the more I do, and thanks for listening.